right, what's up? What's going on, everybody? Hey, thank you all for coming on. This is Closerz Academy. Real quick, just to show some love for this channel, for the YouTube, for Omar. Can we all drop some CAs real quick for Closerz Academy? Let them know who's here. Yeah, let's do it. Drop some CAs. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Best training call of the freaking week, other than Sean's. I'm just hyped up, guys. If you cannot tell, I'm so freaking juiced today. Omar, bro, you ready for this?
Come on, man. You already know.
Oh, dude. If they knew what I knew right now, they would be going nuts. Hey, get your pen and paper out today. This is going to be good. I've got you right here, my man, Omar. Bro, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. Thank you for having me.
Feeling good. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, I know we've had a couple other people hit Hall of Fame, and I know we didn't get them on these slides right here, but I know Amir just hit Hall of Fame, and so did Musa Elite. Guys, freaking drop some HOFs in the chat. Let's go. These guys, in 9 months, these guys hit Hall of Fame. Drop some Hall of Fames in the freaking chat. These guys are absolute beasts. These guys are freaking killers. But today, I have Mr. Omar here. He is the youngest rookie of all time in all of FFL, the fastest in FFL to ever hit Hall of Fame. How fast did you do it?
6 months, baby.
6 freaking months. Let's go, baby. 6 months, Hall of Fame. Guys, if you're not excited for this one, yeah, keep the Hall of Fames coming in the chat. If you're not excited for this one, then I don't know what to tell you other than you should get a 9 to 5 because this guy puts up 100 grand a month while he's fucking sleeping. Excuse my language. But I'm hyped up, baby. You ready?
I'm ready, baby.
Let's do it. Let's do it. So Omar, kind of walk me through like how long you've been in the business now and kind of what things have looked like, kind of what's your journey so far?
So far I've been here, I would say about 9 months now. And honestly, I mean, the journey has been crazy. It's been a lot of ups, a lot of downs, but I mean, it comes with the business. And honestly, when I first started, I really didn't see the bigger picture at all, especially my first 2 months.
Yeah. So the first 2 months were kind of honestly like they were pretty hot for you. Like I remember you coming in, I had that BOM, one of those first BOMs with you. What did your first 2 months kind of look like?
So my first month, I actually wrote close to 30K. Second month was about 56.
Okay. 56 second month, 30K first month. For one, that's not a slow start. For anybody that thinks that, that's a fucking lightning start for one. So congrats, bro. But even then, you've said that back then you were seeing a smaller picture, and now you're
Yeah,
kind of full circle. You kind of see a little bit of a bigger picture now, right?
exactly.
So what was it? What walk me through kind of what is the smaller picture? Because we'll get into what the bigger picture is, and this is what I want everybody to take away from today is what is the bigger picture and what was it for him that clicked? And we'll get into that. But first, can you walk me through like what you told me the other day on the phone? Like what was the smaller picture actually?
Yeah, so I mean, most people in this business, they really get stuck in, I guess, what's in front of them, like the dials, the objections, the stress, and even like the tired days, even the small paychecks as well, especially at the beginning. And a lot of people like to stop there. They're comfortable there. Some of them even quit there. But the ones who win, they literally learn how to look up and see the bigger picture.
So kind of like coming in, like you see some of the paychecks, dude, like you come in, you make a sale here, you make a sale here, you fight some objections here, and you kind of go home. You don't really get any better, and you come back and you keep doing it, right?
Exactly.
Essentially, what you're saying is the smaller picture is basically you just being in another rat race that's just not 9 to 5 anymore.
And definitely being comfortable where you're at the moment.
Being comfortable where you're at in the moment, dude, that's huge. Do you think, let me ask you this question. Do you think people come in here into this business, they see the business, they see how easy it is to make a freaking 8, 10, 15 grand a month. They get complacent there and then they don't start living paycheck to paycheck. They start living from commission to commission.
Exactly. I mean, a lot of people, the only reason why I think that happens is because a lot of people just see the luxury in the business. Like they see the 10, 15, 20K months, but they don't see the dials, they don't see the hours, they don't see the early mornings, they don't see the late nights. and that is just stuck in their head, and that's the smaller vision.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that's huge. And that's something like we hate to see. And I remember Ronnie, he would always tell me in the beginning, and I didn't realize it whenever I had a smaller picture because I was there too. It kind of clicks around month 3 or 4, and I know you had a couple clicking moments, and we'll get into that here in a second. But I remember Ronnie used to always tell me in the beginning, he goes, Drew, it's so easy to dominate in this business. Look around you. Look around you. Look at all the people who are complacent. He goes, why don't you just go be the best? Like, why don't you like there's nothing that separates you from the top. You just don't get complacent. And whenever
Yeah,
you come in and you do that, you have that energy, you know that. Like this business seriously is a business with training wheels on it. And if you come in and understand that this is the easiest business to dominate in the entire dude, in the entire world, like I'll just be very blunt, you will make it to the top because you know what it takes. You'll see everybody around you fall complacent, fall short, give up too early, too quick, and you will prevail. Like you will make more money, you will impact more people's lives, you will unlock every level of life that you want to unlock just through this business. And that's what happens whenever you start seeing the bigger picture. Just to let all of you new agents know, like what actually is ahead of you, start seeing the bigger picture and your entire world will freaking change. So, at what point was it where things for you, Omar, started to actually shift? What was it for you that you were like, bang?
yeah. Honestly, it was definitely the Texas convention. The crazy part is that I wasn't actually planning on going. I was like literally coach and Ahmed. They told me literally, I would say 4 days until our flight. And they were like, yo, you gotta go, you gotta go. I was like, you know what? No, I think I'd rather stay here and dial make a couple sales until they come back. And I really wasn't planning on going, but coach and Ahmed really just they really just convinced me to go. And at the time when I was there, it literally like shocked me seeing how many people were doing 400K production in a year, 500, 600K in a year, and even seeing people with teams like my age doing a million, 2 million, 3 million a month. And it was like there's no way this business is that scalable. And that was like the biggest thing for me because like none of these people look different than me. They didn't talk different. The only thing they had that I didn't was that they seen the bigger picture. And that was the biggest thing for me.
Yeah, dude. I remember whenever I went to convention and I had like two guys with me. And then after the fact, we look back at it now. What happened after convention is we got to like a 500K level team, right? Which is insane. So you went to convention on a 4 day notice. Let's be for real. He went on a
Literally,
4 freaking day notice, okay? And then after convention, what did you IP? Well, the convention's in February, right?
yeah.
All right. That leads me into our next topic. If everybody knows where we're going with this next one, can we drop some crowns in the chat? Can we drop our a trophy in the chat if we know where we're going after this? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? February and then March. What happens during March, Omar, that changes your entire life?
So March, I actually right after the convention, I IP'd 76K. And then after that, it was my 100K month. Now during that time, if some of you guys didn't know, we actually had the March Madness. And honestly, the March Madness was like the biggest thing for me because I mean, for those who weren't there, it was like literally, it was a competition, it was a challenge and literally like a grind. I'm talking about like I stayed longer than everyone. I made more calls than anybody. I took rejection after rejection and literally just took it to the chin. But at the end of the day, I was exhausted, but I kept pushing just because I wasn't chasing the win. I was really just chasing the bigger picture because I seen how scalable the business was. So that was the biggest thing for me, man.
I remember talking to you for probably like 4 seconds because we had the Philly grand opening during March Madness, which I can promise you, like Omar didn't even come out to eat. Like I had to ask where the fuck he was, um, and found him for like 4 seconds. Whenever you were in that time, I remember you talking to me for a brief moment, and it wasn't about really wasn't about winning, but I know for you, you wanted to like prove what to yourself more than anything what was possible.
Exactly.
After you did that, you put in that work. What did you kind of realize?
I realized that it wasn't just, you know, a dial after dial. It wasn't just, an objection after an objection. I mean, like it comes with the business either way. But I realized that this business, it really just, I'm here to build like a freedom for myself. I'm here to build some kind of legacy. And I knew it was possible just because so many people my age, especially at the convention, did that. They did that in 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, a year, 2 years. And I seen that it was possible because I knew that these guys were not any different than me. That's pretty much it. Because the only different thing they had was that they had that bigger vision. They seen the bigger picture of the business. And I
Yeah.
knew I could do the same just because they were not any different than me.
Yeah, dude. And that's the thing that we love to see about going to these different events like Ignite and convention and all the different lock-ins that we have and all of the events. Like you actually get to see what's possible. I remember whenever I was at my first one in Philly, I looked around, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I get to go, I get to meet all these guys. And I'm like, I got there and I'm like, wait a minute. I can go outperform actually. I can actually go rise to the top. There's no reason these guys don't have anything I ain't got. The only thing they got is more leads and more calls under their belt. They said I'm just gonna work more and I'm gonna freaking buy more leads. So it's like boom, and that's what clicked for me. Whenever after convention, after March Madness, after the 100K month, what did you finally realize what most agents miss about the bigger picture?
The thing is, the biggest thing agents miss is, I guess, I would say the compound effect of staying consistent, the network they're building, and I guess really the life-changing impact that they could have not only for themselves, but especially for their family. And all it took for me was just that one trip to the convention, seeing how many people did that, seeing how many people my age were making six figures a month. And honestly, it was just, I seen that it was possible and that it was so, so doable.
Dude, it is insane whenever you really think about it. How old are you, bro?
I'm 19.
19, bro. How much money did you profit last month?
Last month I profited about 100K.
Drop some hundreds in the chat. 19, the kid is 19 years old. He saw the freaking bigger picture. He got around the people that he needed to get around. He asked the questions to the freaking people that he needed to ask. He got around the people. He built the network. He put in the hours. He compounded his time. And now he's profiting 100 freaking grand at 19 years old. You know what I was doing at 19, dude? You know what I was doing at 19? I was freaking probably blown out in somebody's freaking garage, dude, or drunk at 19. This kid's making 100 freaking grand because he saw the bigger picture too fast. He saw it not too fast, but he saw it quick. He knew what was in front of him. He knew that he was in a business with freaking training wheels. All he had to do is ask the damn questions, get in front of the right people. Now he's profiting 100 grand a month. If you're not freaking fired up about that, you ought to just leave the freaking call right now because the kid's making 100 grand a month. And he's probably going to be making 200 grand a month by the end of the year if he keeps recruiting his ass off the way he is. That's what I
Sure.
love about this business, dude. It's a business with freaking training wheels, guys. With freaking training wheels. All he did was get around the right people, ask the right questions, dude. Let's freaking go. Light the chat up for him, man. Come on. He fires me the hell up every freaking dude from the first time I got on a call with you. You did 50K your second month. Dude, you have fired me up this entire time. You have driven me. You have, dude, and everybody. You do it for everybody, bro. I promise you, you're a freaking absolute animal. Playbook Agency is super proud to be a part of your life. We're insanely proud to have you, dude. And I literally
I
cannot
appreciate that.
respect you enough. The one thing that
Thank
I
you.
want to ask, and I asked you this question this morning, and he's been thinking about this question all day long. It's the first thing I asked him in the morning. I asked him, let me get my text real quick just so I make sure it's the right thing. 'Cause I want to read it right. I said, think about this today. I said, what's the difference in being here for the ride and being here for the business? If you guys want to hear his answer, drop some ones.
Yeah, no, I
Omar,
mean, obviously,
what's the biggest difference between being here for the ride and being here for the business?
and I mean, obviously, it's definitely a big difference. And I mean, I've dealt with people like that, especially people I've brought on. I've seen people like this in the office now. People that are here for the ride, they love the hype, they love the energy, they love showing up to the team calls, convention, they love posting on their story, seeing numbers. But when it actually comes to the grind, when it actually comes to the late nights, the objections, the hard days, they literally just disappear. But then you've got people that are here for the business. They treat it like it's their career. They show up whether they feel like it or not. They understand that objections are part of the game. Now, this isn't really about winning for the week. It's literally just building your future and scaling this business to the moon. And that's the difference between someone that's here for the ride and here for the business.
And you would say that's pretty much how you would sum up the bigger picture, right?
100%.
Being here for the freaking business, man. Drop some freaking fire emojis for the kid, bro. Let's go. Drop some fire. Light it up right now. Absolute freaking animal. Dude, I'm super proud of you. We're gonna open it up to questions here in a minute, just because, dude, I know that you have so much value to provide, and I want to open it up to questions because I want to give everybody the opportunity that I have up here. But and one thing I want to talk about, because this is Closerz Academy, bro. This is Closerz Academy. This is all about closing. So what I want to ask you is the thing that stands out to me the most out of all the conversations that we've ever been on. The thing that stands out to me the most is your schedule and your lead spend and how you work through your leads, bro. Can you walk me through what is your lead spend? What are your hours? What's your non-negotiable? This is for like the 60 plus, 80 plus 100K months, bro. What are you spending? What are your hours? What else do you have working on your side, bro?
Yeah, so my lead spend currently it's at 2,500. I was at 3,000, but now it's currently at 2,500. And I actually do have two dialers. One's a full-time dialer, one's part-time. I definitely took some time to train both of them, and that's the biggest thing. And one tip I actually have for a lot of people that surprisingly, I'm surprised people don't do this, is that I have my dialers join every single training, and it works. The
Oh,
reason why I do that is so they could understand what the script looks like, what to expect from a client, and how I'm supposed to close them. So that's one thing I definitely recommend a lot of people to do. And my schedule right now pretty much looks like it's 9:30 to 1. I'm dialing and I'm training my guys at the same time. And a lot of people think when it comes to training their guys, they could stop dialing. They could get out of the field for a couple hours. Don't ever do that. Your guys will learn the most while you're dialing. So pretty much after 9:30 to 1, I'm just dialing. I'm hitting the phones all day until like I'd say about 7. I'm joining the training. After that, I'm checking up on my guys, seeing if there's any objections they need to go over. But you guys need to realize that going over the script with your guys 100 times, it's only gonna do so much. Now, pretty much after that, that's pretty much how my schedule looks like. After that, I really that's like chilling in the office until like 12 just because I'm so used to the environment. And one
eat,
thing I
bro?
implemented,
Do you take a lunch break? Do you eat dinner?
oh yeah, of course, there's DoorDash, man.
You don't leave though, do you?
I'm not leaving the office, bro.
That's fine.
One thing I want to let everybody know is that treating this like a business is good and you'll definitely get paid like a business. But if you treat it like a lifestyle, it's a whole nother level.
Damn. He kind of just gave everybody the sauce. If you guys didn't hear it, he just gave you what he spends in leads. he he's got two dialers and he puts him into the freaking training calls. How did no one ever think about that? I don't know, but that's fire. I'm I got to get somebody doing that because that's fire. And then he works from 9:30 to 12 o'clock at night. And he forgets that it's a business, bro. It's just his life. It's what he does. It's his life. Of course, the guy's gonna make 100 freaking grand a month, and you're gonna take an hour lunch. You're gonna leave the office, and you're gonna freaking leave at 6 or 7, like it's a freaking job. And of course, you're gonna live commission to commission when you do that. You're spending money on leads, bro. Of course, you're gonna commission to commission. Dude, you got in this business to get out of a 9 to 5. Everybody, correct me if I'm wrong. If you like want to work a 9 to 5, drop a 9 to 5 in the chat. I bet we don't see any. Like, probably not. Because we didn't get here to do that. Do we want to work from commission to commission? Hell no, dude. We don't. So why don't we start treating it like it's a lifestyle? It's a 24 freaking 7. It's not a 9 to freaking 9. It's a freaking lifestyle. That's it. Like, that's how he treats it. Like, that is just how he treats it. Dude, Omar, absolutely, bro. I appreciate you hopping on this call.
Appreciate you,
If
man.
someone,
I got a
if someone
question for
right
him.
now, 1 second, hold on. We're not up to questions yet. 1 second, bro. I know we got a ton. I know we got a ton. 1 second, about to open it up. If someone was to, you went to convention on a 4-day notice. Okay. If someone right now is watching this and they think, I just don't think that it's worth it. I don't think that I should squeeze the $500 for a flight. I don't think it's worth it to get a hotel. I just, man, I don't know, Omar. What would you say to that person about going to Ignite October 2nd?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you can't squeeze that $500 to even go to Ignite, you're supposed to be there. And every single person on this call should be going to the Ignite convention no matter what. A convention like Ignite is what helped me see the bigger picture. There's no reason why nobody should show up to this event. I promise you that $500, the 600, whatever you guys are gonna be spending over there, it will make you millions. I promise you.
100%, dude. I could not have said it better. The one thing that I know about this event coming up, because I've listened to the speaker calls, I've heard what's going on, I know what it's going to look like. There's one thing that I can tell you is that there is no one on this earth that can single-handedly replicate what you are about to witness at Ignite event on October 2nd. If you are not there, you should just probably quit. Unless you're my boy Hayden, I know you're getting married, so he's not going, but if you're not getting married, bro, on October 4th, you should freaking be at Ignite event, and there should be no ifs, ands, or buts about it, because you absolutely have to freaking be there. All right, that's enough of that. I know we've got a ton of freaking questions that are about to roll in from the chat. If you have any questions for Omar, please feel free to unmute, ask your questions, light them up.
What's good, Omar? Are you
What's up,
hearing me?
bro? Yep.
I heard you talk about your dialers. I've been, you know what I mean? I appreciate you. I see what you do out, you know what I mean? Appreciate the effort. So I see you talk about dialers. Where do we go to really like find that? Because that's like a super sauce. Thanks for even giving that out.
Yeah, no problem, man. So pretty much Ronnie does have a contact. Her name's Harleen. She pretty much provides all the dialers, all the admins, social media managers. So we pretty much just get them from her.
Okay, and that's with the leads that we buy every week. So do you dial your own leads while having those dialers dial different leads, or is it
Yeah,
just
of course. Yeah, of course. So I'm usually I would say about like 4 or 5 days behind on my leads, and then my dialer's always dialing behind me.
oh, okay, okay. All right, no problem. So
Yeah,
it's in-house playbook. We just got to talk to Ronnie.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Fire. Who else has got a question? Light them up.
Ahmad, I got a question for you, cuz.
What's up, Habibi?
When you came into this business, because you came in January, right? What was the expectation and how was your mindset in that moment? What was it going into it? Did you know much about it or you just kind of went in blind?
Yeah, so I mean, I definitely knew a little bit about the business, but I think something that made me 2 steps ahead of everybody else was before I got contracted, before I got licensed, I pretty much knew the script like the back of my hand. Then when I got to the office, when I got to dialing, I realized that pretty much everyone sounded the same. And the clients get that a lot. They get the same call every single time. So one thing I did was that I pretty much tailored my approach differently in the beginning, just because everyone sounded the same. So if I sounded different to at least a lot of these veterans that get the same call over and over again, I could definitely get through the intro faster. So I mean, I'm not telling everybody in here to just completely change up the script, but not every client or not every veteran is going to be the same. You definitely have to at least learn your client the first 10 seconds so you know how to tailor your approach.
And what did that sound like?
Say that one more time.
When you picked up the phone, what was the intro each time?
So I mean, definitely the script we have now is way different than it was at the time. So when I first started, a lot of us were getting like I didn't fill this out, or I don't remember sending this request in. One thing that pretty much changed it for me was that I literally just removed the word request. I took that completely out just because that one word is like it's like a trigger word to the client. And all I had to do is just take that word out.
Thank you.
Yep.
Absolutely fire. Yo, Zach, you got a question?
Yeah, man. So I've been able to just build some cash flow off of free leads. And I'm just getting into my 1 month. And so I want to start like buying my own leads. What's a piece of advice you have for a new agent that's wanting to get some lead flow going?
Yeah, so I definitely recommend you to, take advantage of the free leads you have going on, make as much free money as possible. And I have a lot of my guys starting to buy their leads at 1,000. They spend 1,000 a week. And then after that first week, they would either increase to 1,200 or 1,500, really depending on, whether how much they want to spend. Just because I think that first batch of leads really, I guess, helps your campaign grow, just because you have a fresh campaign. And really that first week of leads are kind of, I would say, like cooked, but that's why I have my guys spend about 12 to 1,500 that second week.
All right. All right. Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
The one thing I tell you, Zach, invest early, invest fast. Don't ever stop working. One thing I can tell everybody about lead flow, it's the most important thing that you'll ever see. And I can see it in my business right now. I had a couple people not buy leads, and it's the worst decision that they ever made in their entire lives. And they'll tell you that. They'll admit it. They'll be the first persons to admit it. They stop as soon as you stop buying leads, you start dying. You stop. If you're not growing, you're dying. If you don't have lead flow, you're not growing. If you're not growing, you are dying. I promise you. Lead flow is cash flow. As long as your workflow equals your lead flow, your cash flow will always go up. Colton, you got a question?
Yes, sir. I love that schedule that you have with helping and dialing. Specifically, when you have new agents in, say like on their first week, do you do anything else specifically more one-on-one work, or how do you get them ramped up as soon as possible with that?
Yeah, so definitely with new agents, I like having them figure it out themselves. Like I don't really I don't like babysitting at all. Because once you start babysitting them, they're just used to it. And they'll never ever become a leader. Now, when it comes to definitely their first like week or two, yeah, I'm gonna go over the script here and there, but I'm not gonna throw too much at them. I mean, there's so many resources we have, like the script tutorial, the videos. It's pretty much like all automated. And obviously they could figure it out themselves. So that's the biggest thing, is just not babysitting them in the beginning.
I appreciate that a bunch.
Of course.
Absolutely. Hey, what's your name? I do not know how to say your name, bro. But you've the only had one
Irfan.
with him. Erfan?
Yes, sir. Hey, Omar. Question, bro. It's my day two. I've been going through the gold mine. Do you think I should just continue digging into the gold mine, or should I buy my leads?
So I mean, definitely if you're gonna be buying leads, the best thing about that is that definitely you're gonna get a quicker comp boost, especially if you're doing your numbers back to back. But if you're not, producing in the gold mine, honestly, like I wouldn't say you deserve to buy leads, but you should definitely be at least producing in the gold mine or the silver mine, just to, have a strong, I guess, structure to build off of.
So to start with the gold mine and have some sales from the gold mine, and then just go from there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Absolutely. How many
Okay.
days are you in the business?
That's my day 2.
Day 2, 2 weeks, 3 weeks bare minimum.
So that
Because
sounds good. Thank you.
the one thing you'll notice agents will fail out if they buy leads too quick, if they buy leads too late. 4 weeks, perfect week. It's the perfect week to buy leads, bro. Is week 4. You get your first round of deposits. Yeah, and you're gonna be a dog because guess what? You dialed in the gold mine. Is it a little bit harder? Just a little bit. It's really not that bad. So
Okay.
if you can't
Thank
produce
you.
there, absolutely, bro. If you can't produce there, bro, leads don't make a 40K difference. Leads don't make a 40K difference. Leads will make a 20K difference.
Definitely week
Gotcha.
4, week 5, bro.
Week
What's
4 for
Okay.
sure.
what keeps you motivated? I got one last question. What keeps you motivated after 100K months? Like not getting complacent, like you know what I mean? Like I made it. Like what keeps the fire going?
I mean, I don't really like to say that I made it at all, just because at the convention there's people like, honestly, I think I haven't done anything, just because there's so many people at at the convention that are younger than me, that's been here for a shorter amount of time than me, that's been doing $1 million months, $2 million months, 3 million as a team. And I think I haven't done anything. Like, yeah, 100K a month is cool. It's nice, it's sweet, but there's so much more, bro. There's way more than that.
There's way more. Oh, and you got a question?
Yeah, my question is like, Drew, you said to buy leads at 4 weeks, but when should you know to up your leads? Like you start at 800, when should you know to go to 1200, go to 1500? When should you know to up your leads?
You
Yeah,
got to
so
base it on what you're selling. Based on what you're selling.
So like if you're selling consistent, like say you're on 800, selling consistent like 10K, should you
Yeah.
up your leads or
you
like
gotta keep in mind, if there's more lead flow, there's obviously gonna be more money flow, man.
yeah. Because like Drew,
Yeah,
you said at
so
4 weeks, you said at 4 weeks buy leads 800. So that means you're still in the vault for another month. So if you're in the vault and you're buying 800 leads, should you also buy 15 or should you just stick with the 800 and stick with the vault? You know what I'm trying to say? Or
how much did you sell? How long have you been buying leads?
buy leads for 2 weeks.
2 weeks. How much have you sold the last 2 weeks?
I sold like 9 last week. And so far this week I'm at 7.
So far this, okay, bro, like that's fire. For one, if you're how many of those sales came out of your leads and how many of those came out of the vault?
So last week, one of them came out of my lead sheet, and the 6 of them came out of the vault. And this week, all off lead sheet.
Okay, so that, you know what that means? You can just close. All right, now are you a 15K a week producer yet? No, because you're buying $800 lead spend. So
Yeah.
now, whenever I promise you, you work the way that you work, you don't change your hours. When you go and spend 1,200 and you get, a third more of the leads, you're gonna be closing probably around 12K. If you're spending 800, you're doing, 9 last week and now you're at 7 right now. It's freaking Thursday. You got 2 more days of working. You're probably gonna hit at least 10, if not, 11. Okay, dude, if you do 1,200, you're gonna get a third more leads, you're gonna get a third more sales. So you'll be at 1,200. And at that point, now what's your goal? Now you base it off your goal. So now you're spending 1,200. Okay, dude, do you want to go be a 60K producer? All right, now we'll bump it up to 15, 2 grand.
Yeah.
That's how you base it off. That's what you base it off of, though. What do you want to sell? What are you selling right now on your current lead spend? That's how you figure that out. Great question, dude. Great question. One last question, and then we will wrap it up. Take it or leave it, bro. We got one last question.
Omar, I got a
Fastest road
question
to the
for
Hall of
you.
Fame history. Yes, sir, Cody.
I got a
Light 'em
question
up.
for you.
Better be good.
Uh, so when you went out to that event, I mean, I know one thing that you said was that it was a lifestyle. That's what made like the big difference for you. Like, what did you see when you went there that like really struck you and like made you realize, okay, I need to lock in even more? And then like, how did you like focus on that thing and what was it specifically that built that compound effect for you?
Yeah, so honestly, the biggest thing I've seen, or like the biggest thing that really shifted my mindset was seeing how many people did 400K in 1 year. And honestly, at the time, 400K was like nuts. Like I've never seen that kind of money in my life. I never thought anybody could really produce that in a year. And especially seeing, like, I think there was at least like 500 to 600 people that went on stage that hit Hall of Fame. And that was like insane to me. Like 400K was nuts. And then there was like 5, 6, 700K, then 8, then there was a million. And that was like a million. Like there's no way this guy produced a million in 1 year. And that was like crazy to me because I've never seen that kind of money in my life, especially coming from valet. Like we didn't see that kind of money at all. And after that, I literally just like when it came to like weekends, Saturdays, Fridays, like I would just literally just stay in the office just because I wanted to take it to a different level. Like I knew there was so much more. So literally from the office, I was at 9:30 to like 12:01. And that was just like my daily schedule. And that's when I knew it was a lifestyle. And that's when I also knew a lot of these people that work on stage as well, 100% they treated it like a lifestyle as well. So there's no reason I shouldn't.
Word. So it was those long hours, realizing if you wanted to be like them, you're gonna have to put that work in like them.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely chasing consistency is the biggest thing, bro. You
Right.
could chase so many things in this business, but consistency is gonna be the most important thing.
And would you say that that consistency was the thing that made that compounding effect for you that built it? Like you just started hitting the turbos.
100%, bro.
All right, cool.
Absolutely,
Thank
bro.
you.
Hey, Ahmed, we got one more.
Yo, Omar, what would you say your goal was coming into the business when you first started?
So the thing is, I really didn't have any goal. Like I just really came in the business, taking it day by day, really hoping I could at least get one sell out for the day, two sells out. Maybe if I ended up not getting a sell out for the day, I would like just take it like it's any other day. And that was seeing the smaller vision, seeing the smaller picture, because there was no goal, there was no purpose at all. That was pretty much it when I first came into the business, and then after the convention, mindset completely shifted, bro.
Absolutely. Dude, that's huge. I encourage everybody to seriously see the freaking bigger picture. Get off the freaking sidelines. See the bigger picture. Be a part of something bigger. Push yourself to the limits and show yourself what's possible. You absolutely light it up. Hey, guys, thank you for getting on Closerz Academy. Omar, bro, thank you. Cannot wait to see what you continue to accomplish. Later, everybody.
You-